is the 51st anniversary of the Orangeburg Massacre, which happened right on our very own South Carolina State campus, involving 3 young men who were killed in a massacre. So here I have Devon Swenson, and he attends South Carolina State University, and I'm just going to ask him a few questions about the Orangeburg Massacre and things like that. So do you feel like the Orangeburg Massacre, as big as it was and as historic as it was, is represented well by our campus today?
Of course, because we have our parade during that day. They make sure that we pay our homage. We go to the what is it? The plot. Pretty much, telling us what happened that day, as well as we cover it in University 101 as well.
Have you ever attended the actual ceremony that they hold in MLK for the...
Oh yes, of course. I've actually played with the South Carolina Brass Quintet, actually. So we've performed there a few times. See the families come. It's a memorable time, truthfully.
All right. Do you have any connections to the Orangeburg Massacre that you feel are important? Do you have any ways that you connect with it?
Well, of course, being a student at South Carolina State, they sacrificed a lot for us to actually be able to enjoy ourselves, as well as the bowling alley. Go and play every Thursday, just have some fun. A couple of strikes here and there, but they really did a lot. Maybe a lot of people don't focus on it as much, but they really did have an impact.
Why do you feel like a lot of people don't focus on it?
Because it's a new time of day. It's just a way that things are now. Instead of trying to stay informed with everything, we're slowly starting to just try to drift away and just try to forget what has happened instead of actually remembering it and actually building on it.
Well, thank you for answering my questions. You seem very informed about the massacre and have a good bit of connection with it. Thank you.
Saturday, October 24th, President Clark of South Carolina State University was shot by communications instructor Tawana Pryor.
President Clark is at home and recovering, while Tawana Pryor is in jail, facing no bond.
Now today at the scene of the crime.
I am here at the scene of the crime where Tawana Pryor entered a 10 a.m. board meeting with a 9mm handgun. She was upset that her salary was too low. She requested a meeting with the president but was denied with no cause. The following morning, she shot the president, resulting in a graze to his right arm. A board member hit her over the head with a book and apprehended her until the authorities arrived. President Clark will return Tuesday morning for a press conference to discuss the incident and more security. Here is where the food fight began. A young man stood up and asked, "Who made this chicken?" He looked around, no one answered, and he yelled it again. And then he proceeded to throw his chicken at other students. He signaled his friends to throw more chicken, and one of the pieces of chicken hit a young woman in the head. At this table here is where the young woman was sitting, and her friends decided to go out and take revenge on the young men.
And everyone kind of relocated to Houdini Suites, and that is where other students started to get involved, and another altercation took place.
There were multiple students involved, some throwing items off of the balcony. 10 or more students were arrested in this fight. Police came through the courtyard and arrested a few students.
Chanel Davis, Shadea Breland, and Lexi McDonald were 3 of the 10 students arrested in the Hougini courtyard. These specific 3 were the young women who conspired against the boys who initiated the food fight. These ladies, plus 7 others, are still in police custody and will later have community service, which will include cleaning the pit and the entire Hougini outside area.
So one would assume that by changing your information in the system with the school, that everything would be fine. However, there are a lot of checks and balances that you must adhere to whenever you go from out of state to in-state. The parents' information must be registered within a certain time frame if you move within the state. Your tax returns need to show that information. Your driver's license needs to show that information. You have to have several different types of proof of residency before receiving in-state tuition. So unbeknownst to me, I had to learn that the hard way, which cost an additional thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars. And there wasn't any backtracking or any backdating in that instance as well.
It's a difficult thing because I still have to travel to and from home when I'm not at school, or when, you know, when it's the summertime, or when we're on breaks and stuff like that. Well, my band scholarship decreased by a good $4,000, and I had to take out more loans that I have to pay back that are still building interest now. So, yeah. My advice to any future out-of-state students would be to talk to someone early so you won't get stuck and be in a bad predicament, especially when you're out on your own. I know a lot of kids, they come to college on their own with no family support or support from anybody.
Talk to someone that has gone through the process. Do as much research as you possibly can. Talk to your guidance counselors. The more information you have initially going in, that will assist. Now, each school is different. I can only assume, but the more research you do and the less assumptions you have, the better off you will be.
After my first year, my freshman year, my mom got another job and she wasn't making as much as she used to, so she wasn't able to pay out of pocket anymore. So it got kind of rough and I ended up having to sit out a semester. Even though it might look discouraging and it might seem like no one's trying to help you as much as they could be or as they should be, they are not the only people that can help you. You can help yourself. You can seek out information on your own. You can go to different people. You can find scholarships. You can do your part so that the people that are supposed to help you have no other choice but to do their part.